acara.
Cara apa?
Oh,
Kasih acara apa?
acara MediaTek atau luar negeri deh.
Makanya punya acara.
Acara di Amerika ya.
Yang original.
엄청 큰 대기업 다닐 때 내가 많이 스피드 날리고 있잖아요.
여기 2층에 입주한 저스트원비 알죠?
애기 알죠? 이번에 40억 투자 받는데 아야 수고해라. 고생해.
거기도 이번에 헤드하우스 렌저 배우고 받아서 기억을 싹 바꿔서 악용될 수도 있죠. 사랑이든 인생이든 감격스럽고 매한가지네요. 대출은 생각하지 않아.
소진도 그래요. 정전, 뭔가 변수에서 속치는 걸 알게 됐죠. 남도선이나 그래서 우리들 귀신 나서요. 대법이랑 한쪽은 가지고 하나만 물어봐. 너 내가 왜 좋아?
내 전해주기가 물어봤어.
됐어. 기억 안 나.
손 때문에 좋아. 늘 완벽한 내 편이시. 지금부터 봐.
남자 센스가 없고 왜잖아. 좀 맞춰라 주고 그러는
Very proud for our teams to execute such a strong and tough task for the whole year. For MediaTek, year 2020 again presents tremendous challenges from technology development for the product development, and also to keep a close contact and collaboration with our customers in this very difficult time. And we have done that. I think David will give you some more detail about our achievement in 2020 after me. Oh no, let me go through a few things on the slide. What do we believe are our strong strengths, which enable us to deliver such good results. First, broad business portfolio. Especially in this difficult year, MediaTek has shipped stuff to all of you at home. You're working from home. You can have Chromebook on your lap. You can have routers in your home. You can watch TV with our chips. You can listen to music using our TWS. You can talk to your smart speakers with our chips inside. And of course, lastly, I sure want you to buy a cell phone, a smartphone with our 5G chips, which have been sold, as I said, multiple tens of millions already. These broad business portfolio brings MediaTek a strong year of 2020. We have not only, many people view us as a mobile phone chip company, but mobile phone chip being important, but it's not the only thing. We have all of those things I just mentioned, which give MediaTek a diversified, a stable revenue and profits. I cannot stress enough the importance of having this broad business portfolio. Next, of course, the reason we can have such broad business portfolio is we have invested consistently and heavily in our technology innovation and leadership. We pour $2.5 billion a year in our R&D. We invested in not only in all the product portfolio development, but we invested in 5G modem technology. We invested in Wi-Fi 6, and soon we're going to have Wi-Fi 7 technology. We have edge AI capability to ensure a tremendous camera capability in your cell phone. And we have wonderful 8K and beautiful picture quality for the TV. All these we invested throughout many years, and they are now bringing all the great results for us this year and beyond. And rest assured, MediaTek will continue making such investments in R&D and our technology leadership. Lastly, our value creation for the customers. The broad business portfolio that we have brings about 2 billion electronic devices with MediaTek chips inside. And trust me, you don't get 2 billion devices without having a close and seamless relationship with your customers. You don't produce 2 billion devices without your customers trusting you that you can bring value to them. And we have delivered. Especially in this difficult year of pandemic, we have been able to give our customers high quality, highly reliable, and trustworthy delivery. And they get the value from our products, and they get revenue from our products. And we thank our customers for giving us such trust. Saying all that, I hope I've given you some idea as to why we can deliver what we said we would a year ago in all kinds of different products, technology, and values to customers. With such strong fundamentals, I have full confidence that we will continue delivering our values to our customers. And we will have strong and good years in 2021 and beyond. I hope I have delivered this message clearly to you guys. And after all, at the end of the day, MediaTek is here to serve the masses of consumers and users, including you guys. And we are here to power your everyday life. Thank you. Thank you for your time. And stay safe and stay well. Thank you.
Thanks, Rick. I appreciate that. Rick's going to be back with us in a few minutes. But next up, we're going to hear from our CFO, David Kuo, who's going to talk some about what Rick said, a little bit more about what we've done in 2020 and what's to come. David, thanks for being with us today.
Kevin. Hi, everyone. First of all, I think welcome to our 2020 Business Summit. I think, like Rick said, it's actually a pity that we will not be able to meet you in person. But this year is definitely a very interesting year. We see some up and down, a lot of turbulence ahead of us. But overall, I guess I'm very happy and proud to say, actually, MediaTek this year, we come along with a very good year. So I will start with a slide talking about our overall positioning this year. I think first and most, I think this year we have a record high year in terms of revenue for MediaTek. And to be precise, I think this year, if you base on, we just gave out our fourth quarter guidance. If you just take our midpoint of our guidance this year, I think we will easily pass a $10 billion revenue for the whole year. And again, there are only few companies globally in our space with more than $2 billion revenue. I mean, now we are very proudly to be that $10 billion club. And with that, I guess right now we are the number 4 fabless company in the world. And put the numbers aside, like Rick talked about earlier, I think we actually really provide a very diversified product portfolio. I think on that slide, basically in your living room, we have TVs, in your bedroom, your kitchen, we have the smart speakers, on your desk with a Chromebook, with a tablet. While your kids learning from home, we provide the Chromebook. When they're playing, we provide game station, game console. And when you're on the go, we actually have IVI, which stands for in-vehicle entertainment system. Well, of course, we also provide a smartphone. So we really provide all kinds of electronics with 2 billion units every year. Like Rick talking about, without the trust, without the technology, I guess we will not be able to do that. And I guess one of the reasons why we see a pretty strong demand coming out this year under this pandemic is really the working from home. And actually, I would say more than working from home, during this pandemic, people really looking for technology to help them to cope with this pandemic or cope any turbulence ahead of us. So we see the people demanding more bandwidth, people demanding more convenient device, people demanding more computing power to help them basically cope with the pandemic. I guess this is one of the reasons on top of our diversified business portfolio and more importantly, our commitment to technology. For those who just attend this event this year, you probably didn't really see this slide, but for those who attend last year, I'm assuming actually you guys know that slide pretty well. We have many different product portfolios, so in order to help you to easily understand our business portfolio, we kind of categorize our business portfolio into 3 categories. The first one is the mobile computing, obviously the smartphone, which including 5G smartphone, 4G smartphone, and also 3G smartphone are all underneath this segment. And also, we also include tablet and also a Chromebook. By the way, Jerry is actually will tell you more about our wonderful progress on our Chromebook later on. All underneath this mobile computing. And like Rick said, even though probably the media folks probably spend 90% of the time talking about mobile computing, but overall last year, mobile computing only accounted for roughly 30% of our overall revenue. Last year, our revenue was slightly over $1 billion. This year, our revenue is over $10 billion. Obviously, mobile computing grow really strongly on top of strong 5G demand and also Chromebook demand. But overall, still, the mobile computing still only accounts for less than half of our overall revenue. I think other segments like growth sector and also smart home are all growing very nicely this year as well. So this year is really a pretty good year for us. We see multiple growth across several business lines. For the growth sector, again, for those who are not familiar about these categories, for the growth sector, we have the traditional IoT, which is including Wi-Fi, the Bluetooth. We also have AP-based IoT. We also have smart speakers. We have custom ASIC, which including consumer and also including enterprise ASIC. With the power management IC, we have even have a GPON, the fiber opticals box, all underneath the growth sector. The third one is really the smart home. Basically, that will be the TV and also some small consumer product. So again, the key point of the year is actually you see the very strong growth. Rick talked about earlier, high 20%, it's actually very close to 30%. And more importantly, if you see our earnings for the first 3 quarters, I think the earning or operating margin grew more than 70%. So like we explained to everyone last year about our overall strategy, I think diversification, structural growth, and more importantly is profitable growth will really deliver a pretty good year this year. Some people think about MediaTek only think about consumer product, but I think consumer product is a big part of our business. But to be precise, we really power your everyday life. I mean, no matter you just using the TV on your living room, you work from home, you use your mobile phone, or even actually right now, such as trending the pattern bike. This is one of our proud customers as well. So when you think about MediaTek as an end customer, probably the one easy way to understand instead of like mobile computing, growth sectors, and a smart home, it's really we power your everyday life. Most likely, you have probably more than one device powered by MediaTek already in your life, probably just you don't know. But I can reassure you again, with 2 billion shipment every year, 2 billion units of device, we truly power your everyday life. I think it's, when you talk to different people, we talk to different companies, I mean, probably some other companies will also talk about diversification. But I truly believe MediaTek probably is one of the few companies with a true diversification. But actually, how can we deliver that? I do believe actually commitment to the technology is one of the key aspects for our success. For 2020 alone, I think we invest more than $2.5 billion already. And I think on the right-hand side, I think we also being awarded submit 11 paper to be accepted by ISSCC. For those who are not familiar with this organization, ISSCC stands for International Solid State Circuit Conference. Again, I understand probably it's hard to understand that. But either way to think about that, it's really just it's like Olympic Games for the semiconductor industry. So we won 11 medals, which is actually pretty good recognition. And also, I think we have a lot, in addition to our wonderful products, we also deliver a lot of the world's first technology. For example, I think we work with mitra actually to test the idea about the 5G satellite IoT data connection. What that means basically is we kind of approve this concept that with one single product, we can connect into 2 different networks, basically the traditional cellular network and also with the satellite network. And again, there's a proof of concept, we successfully delivered that. We also submitted concept into 3GPP already. We do believe, and we also hope going forward, that proof of concept, we can actually enable more applications. On the 5G side, we work with Ericsson. We just successfully complete the interoperability for a free combination of new radio carrier radiations. The free combinations means FTD, TDD, basically you just combine that. It could be 2 TDD and 2 FDD, and maybe the hybrid is TDD plus FDD. Again, that's just the 2 examples about we achieve a lot of world's first technology innovation. So I think from MediaTek perspective, our commitment to technology investment, our commitment to technology leadership, and that actually is not going to change. And that will be the solid foundation for our business growth going forward. That's just another example about how can we combine our strong commitment to the technology, which in turn deliver a Wi-Fi 6 product. On top of that, we leverage our product portfolio. So for this year, basically, we've been the first one to basically include the Wi-Fi 6 in our 8K TV, and also we'll be the first one to put the Wi-Fi 6 into the high-end Wi-Fi smartphone. Likewise, for the laptop PC, for the home routers, even for the G-phone station, we all put into Wi-Fi 6. So because of that platform strategy plus our commitment to technology, I think we actually have a pretty good business for the Wi-Fi 6 this season. Again, that actually contributes to the strong growth we talked about earlier. I think that's why it's my favorite slide, actually. So I understand today is going to be lots of questions centered around 5G. Last year, we kind of announced our Dimensity 1000. They'll be down the high-end one. So on that slide, on the left-hand side, you can see the whole Dimensity 1000 series form. Again, this doesn't mean we only have 3 models out there. We're just sampling 3 models out there. And on the next column, also we have Dimensity 800 series. And the following, we have the Dimensity 700 series as well. And by the way, I think JC later on, we're going to announce the Dimensity 700 series as well. I think this slide just trying to show, like Rick talking about, not just from the volume perspective, and also from the quality perspective. I think last year, we wrote to everyone for the 5G basically smartphone, this year is the first year of the 5G era. We're not just trying to have a meaningful market shares. By the way, right now in China, I think our 5G phone market shares in the north of 40%. More importantly, I guess we're trying to have a really right mix about product segmentation. So that's why we show this slide talking about we have the high-end Dimensity 1000, we have the mid-range Dimensity 800, and also the entry-level phone, the Dimensity 700 series. And I think many people ask us about, is 5G only mean a smartphone? The short answer is no. I guess right now, that's a slide to show, in addition to smartphone, there are some other products we've been working on right now. I think for the PC card, we kind of make an announcement with Intel already. I think the product will be up and running next year. And likewise, we're working on the 5G, the baseband, and also the CPE, and also for the thematics, basically the connected car, equipped with our 4G and 5G, and also the 5G industrial IoT. So again, our view is actually given the nature of our 5G's feature, which is a low latency, high throughput, and also high coverage, we do believe 5G basically will enable a new breed of applications. And that's actually just a quick example of what we're working on right now. We believe actually with our technology and product portfolio, we are well equipped to capture all those new opportunities. I think in the end, we share you a lot about the good progress this year. And if I may, I probably just summarize into 2 points. As an end customer, again, you probably can't remember all those products we talked about earlier. You probably, if the first time you log in, you probably don't quite understand, the free sector, the mobile sector, the mobile computing, the mobile sector, the growth sectors, all of the smart home sector. But it's very easily to understand. We power your everyday life. Basically, look around all those devices around you. Most likely, MediaTek is one of those devices, not more than one device. But if you, as our customer, I think more importantly, we are the best strategically relevant partner to our customer. Why we're so confident about that? I mean, I just summarize the 4 high-level points for your reference. I mean, first of all, MediaTek is one of the few companies out there that have truly cross-platform applications. When I say platform, I'm not just mentioning to like smartphone, TV. We're also referring to the hardware and software. I think again, we are probably one of the few companies, if not the only company, who has a cross-platform applications. On top of that, I guess we have the full spectrum of the connectivity. Bear in mind, going forward, I think all devices will be connected. The only difference will be you're going to connect it through 5G, 4G, 3G, 2G, NB-IoT, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, you name it. We have everything you want, okay? On top of all those IP and platform, I think more importantly, we have the advanced SoC technology, our low power technology, our understanding about on compute, our overall investment for the processing technology. I think we can not just provide IP, but more importantly, we can piece all those IP nicely and powerfully so we can enable our customer for whatever future demand or whatever their future business plan they're looking for. I think the last really just, we are also a very good provider, technology provider, and feature providers for premium multimedia. Okay, for example, in China, all our phone includes something we call the hyper engine. That actually is a hot need. Actually, when in China, people trying to buy the smartphone, we provide the top-notch the gaming experience, and also our mirror vision technology will provide very smooth display technology. Again, in the end, I'm trying to highlight 2 points. We power your everyday life as an end customer. For our customer, we are the best strategic relevant partner for the future demand. I think that concludes my presentation. Again, thanks for joining today's event. I can give the podium back to you.
Thank you, David. Just for kind of laying the groundwork of where we've been in the last year and where we're headed. So what we're going to do now is Q&A with Rick and David. So I'm gonna go off camera, but what I'm going to do is ask the questions to them from our media and analyst group here. So if you do, I see there's some more coming in chat, and we have a number of them. So I'll try and get to as many as we can. I'm going to let Rick be the conductor. So I'm gonna ask the question, and Rick can answer it. He can pass to David, or since he's my boss, he can pass and not answer it at all. So we'll see what you guys do. Let me jump off and get your questions here. So let's go here first with it's kind of a combo question. We have it both from Alan Patterson from EE Times and Shobit Srivastava from Counterpoint Research. So the question is, what is MediaTek's view of the 2021 5G market, and where does MediaTek stand? And the follow-up from EE Times is, what is MediaTek's outlook for growth this year, especially in the 5G segment? So what's the 2021 5G market look like? Where does MediaTek stand in it? And what's the growth outlook?
Okay, I'll take that one first. We're bullish, in short, on the 5G market in 2021. 2020, actually, we should start with 2020. We have been talking to the investors about having more than north of 200 million units smartphone shipped in 2020, and we absolutely believe that is coming true. In China alone, I think there will be about 120 million to 130 million shipped. We're talking about sell through. So, and for next year, 2021, we certainly believe the 5G market will more than double of this year's 5G market. So we're talking about certainly up to 500 million units for 2021. That, of course, presents a tremendous opportunity for the chip companies and our customers. MediaTek, having been able to participate in the early phase of the 5G cycle, certainly we believe we will, and we have done, I would say, very well in 2020 already. And we have the full confidence that we will continue doing well in the year 2021. We have a full portfolio from the high end to mid end mid-high to mid-end and the mass market. It's a complete and competitive portfolio, which we believe will continue driving MediaTek to grab good market share also, and even more importantly, all through a complete portfolio. We are optimistic on that. Thank you.
Thanks, Rick. So next question is from John Aronson from Gartner. And we've got a lot of questions around this topic as well. What is MediaTek's position on mmWave? And can you provide an update on the mmWave antenna modules in development and expected to sample in 2021? So where do we stand on mmWave and what's MediaTek doing around mmWave?
Okay, millimeter wave technology is an important technology. MediaTek certainly will not be absent in that arena. We have invested significant resources in developing the technology and the implementation of the technology in the SoC. We expect to announce our modem, millimeter wave modem capabilities soon, I think probably early next year. We will have sample next year and we will start the shipment, mass production shipment in 2022. This is important technology, although from timing point of view, it lags the sub-6 for some time. I think MediaTek has done the right thing in investing first in the sub-6 technology so that we can get to the volume in the first year of the cycle. But as I said, we will not be absent in the millimeter wave arena also. On the antenna modules, we are doing the antenna modules ourselves. We can provide them as a reference for our customers, but of course we can also provide chips for our customers if they desire to make their own module device. Thank you.
Thanks, Rick. And I'm sorry if I destroy anyone's name while asking here, but this one's from Digital Life Asia, Joey Alria. What's the biggest lesson you learned from overcoming the challenges posed by the pandemic? And if you had to bet on just one killer app for 5G, what would it be? So the biggest lesson from pandemic, and if you have a killer app for 5G, what do you think that will be?
For pandemic, interesting question. I tell you, we've been through the cycles right from the beginning of the year in January. We actually started already the precaution and the highly disciplined approach to keep our people safe. And we went through the very dismal first quarter in China market, and of course then the market in US and Europe and India all kind of continue to fall. We kept our calm. I must say, we were somewhat surprised by the pickup starting in the second quarter, both from China and also from the working from home applications. And we delivered with the very sudden and sometimes dramatic demand profile in this very challenging year. I think the biggest lesson we have learned probably is, as I said earlier, and David too, that the relationship we have kept with our customers, and the trust we have built with our customers, and we together we have been able to deliver the high quality products with a highly reliable delivery schedule, even in this now, of course, it's a kind of a constrained supply situation. But I'm really proud for our people, for our team, to achieve such results in this year. So another question?
5G phone and also application.
You want to?
Yeah,
You want to pick that up?
what else do you have? Well, I think first of all, for the 5G phone, I think people probably sometimes oversimplify it, think about 5G phone as only upgrade to 5G, but in reality, I guess for the 5G phone, it's a total rehaul. The whole package got improved, not just modem, but also the application processor, the AI. So I guess so for the one application or one key application, to be honest, I think probably the better way to think about that is actually you got a much better phone compared to 4G, and the modem upgrade from 4G to 5G, just one of the features or one of the benefits you got when you got a 5G phone. I think that's probably one way to think about that. Another way to think about that is actually if you really trying to zoom in, only trying to say, is there anything you can actually run on 5G, really on 4G? Probably there will be some of the some activity requires super low latency. Because for 4G, the latency is compared to 5G, there's a big gap over there. So if there's a certain task requires super low latency, I think only 5G can do it. For example, some people talk about connected car because when they see the camera just send the image back to the cloud and process come back in real time. That's actually not something you can put on a 4G network. But when you have a 5G network, that's something that can be done. So again, when you think about 5G phones specifically, think about it as an overall upgrade, not just the modem. If you only talk about the capability, I think the 5G, there's a lot of capability which 4G cannot offer. I think low latency is just one of that.
Thanks, David and Rick. So this kind of follows up on that. This is Nick Gray from Fandroid. He asks, we're slowly starting to see speed improvements with the sub-6 5G in the US. Well, many seem to perform slower than current 4G networks. How much faster do you expect sub-6 will get by the end of 2021?
I heard, I sometimes read such situation in the press in the U.S. It's difficult for us to comment, tell the truth, because if the network deployment basically is by the operators. What I can tell you myself, I have a 5G phone. Actually, I have two 5G phones. I have one 5G service. I have checked that in Taiwan. It's just much faster than 4G. No question. So I think it's 5G now is in the first year and maybe moving into second year. The deployment of the network, all the base stations, will take a while. Will take a while. I mean, in Taiwan too, in some cases I cannot find 5G coverage. But once I do, it's much faster. I have no doubt in my mind the 5G network, the coverage, the capability will outstrip 4G by a mile going forward. And people will just crowd into 5G apps, services. All these things about whether there's a killer app or not, I understand the question because I think back in early 2010, 2013, 2014, the question was asked. Same question, exactly the same question was asked of 4G compared to 3G. Nobody asked that question anymore. I think that will be the case for 5G too. Thank you.
All right. Let's move one off of 5G, even though we still have a few more of those. This is from Bobby Greenberg, Exponential. MediaTek has fairly high share in subsegments of the smart speaker market. How do you see that market evolving? Is it becoming saturated? Is it still mostly about price, or are you seeing higher value offerings growing? So, in general, where do you see the smart speaker market going? Is it going to keep growing, or is it saturated? And are we price point out, or is there more value to be had in that market?
Okay. I think overall we still believe smart speaker is still in the early stage of the overall development. Especially right now, when you look at the whole smart speakers upgrade, there's a lot of smart speakers right now equipped with the screen. So I think the interactions you can get from a smart speaker compared to the generation 1, which is voice only, it's actually very different. It's actually, I think Jerry later on will talk about the API-based IoT, which stands for application-based IoT. We believe actually that the whole actually is the smart speaker is one example of the API-based IoT as well. So probably the better way to think about smart speaker is actually thinking beyond about the current form factor. It's really just the computation power you can get out of your hands everywhere in your house. In the past, when you think about computation power, maybe you only think about the notebook or the laptop. But now actually a smart speaker can actually carry a lot of computation power. Maybe generation 1 only provides a voice interface. Generation 2 is voice plus the display. I think going forward, we're going to see more and more applications. I think that's how it is for the smart speaker. Good.
Thanks, David. I'm going to do one more non-5G question since we're on the topic. This is from Ansel Sag at More Insights and Strategy. What are MediaTek's long-term ambitions in Chromebook? So kind of where are the opportunities and advantages that MediaTek has on the Chromebook side?
Well, Chromebook, of course, has been here for quite a while. Of course, in year 2020, it has become a phenomenon. And MediaTek actually has been a major player from ARM-based Chromebook devices point of view. And because of the surging demand for Chromebook this year, our shipment, of course, has increased a great deal. The question, of course, is going forward, how do we look at it? Well, we look at Chromebook as the high growth, strategic market segment for MediaTek. It's just a great fit for us. Connectivity, computation, low power. I mean, it just fit with our capability. We can not only leverage our investment in the smartphone area, but also but we're not satisfied with that only. We continue to invest to have specifically designed application processes with or without connectivity for our Chromebook customers. We look forward to a great business in that area. Thank you.
Yeah, and everyone should stick around if you have more Chromebook questions, because right when we're done with Rick and David, we're going to be moving into Jerry, who's going to talk more about Chromebook. So I'm sure we'll have more information there. This comes from a number of our folks online, so I'm not going to attribute this to anyone in particular, because a lot of people are asking about our Dimensity series chipsets and wanting to know when we might have the Dimensity series chip that will go even lower into more budget 5G phones. Like, will there be a Dimensity 600, 500, or 400?
Well, I think currently for this year, I think again, I think JC's our general manager, our VP will talk about more product later on. But at least for this year, I think we'll go all the way to Dimensity 700 series. For next year's, I think overall we do see a strong demand to even see broadest range of our 5G phone. So we actually, to be honest, we haven't finalized the name yet. But the general idea is actually we do see some more coverage on the 5G. Again, all the way from the premium to the even to the entry level or the next notch of the entry level. So we do see this trend is coming.
Maybe a little follow-up on that too, David. What other people are also asking is, when will we see more design wins in the U.S. on the 5G side? And when that changes, will it be more of a flood or a trickle? Is it going to come fast, or is it going to be over time for U.S. design wins on 5G?
I think overall it's going to come over time. I guess we're working diligently. So far, we actually got a pretty good progress. Like we talked about, Rick talked about earlier. I think at least right now, LG phones actually is the first, but it's not the only ones out there. And well, I'm sure actually for next year, we're going to see more models coming out to the US and also to the European market.
Great. I'm going to throw one more 5G at you, and then see what's next. Malik Saudi at ABI Research. This might be a David question, but you guys can decide. What's MediaTek's expected 5G revenues and shipments in 2020? I know we shared some of our overall revenues, but this is more specifically about expected 5G revenues and shipments.
We didn't really disclose the detailed revenue breakdown all the way to product line. Well, I guess what I can do is actually for last year, I think when Rick gave out the full year's guidance or heads up, we're kind of talking about for the new revenue mainly due to the 5G and also like Chromebook, overall will account for at least 15% of our overall revenue. And again, without telling the detail, I can tell you the numbers actually is probably much more than 15%. So that's one way to think about that. Another way to think about that is from a volume perspective. Again, starting from this year, we changed our guidance policy. We didn't really disclose the detailed volume, but we do kind of disclose about for the potential, the market share we have in right now. Like I explained earlier, this year in China, I think our market share is roughly north of 40%. And we kind of talked about for the market overall, the shipment is going to be 120, 130 million. So you can kind of get a sense about the tens of millions 5G phones we ship this year.
Great. Let's do one more, and then we'll see if you guys have any final thoughts. This is more of a regional question. Sati Roy from Press Trust of India asks, I want to hear your views on the 5G market in India. Also, what are the opportunities that MediaTek sees in the Indian market and kind of contribution that the country is making to the company's business?
I must say I do not have a lot of visibility of the 5G market in India now. We are shipping a lot of chips, which then were, of course, packaged in the smartphones and the shipped to Indian markets. Mostly right now still 4G and some 3G. We understand some India major operators are considering building 5G phones. But I must say, there probably will be some time before India becomes a large market for 5G technology. That is our availability so far. But don't get me wrong, India is a major market. There is no doubt, of course, in our mind that India will be a major user of the 5G phones and the technology. We certainly will work very closely with our customers to fulfill the demand in India in the coming years. Thank you.
Thanks, Rick. Yeah, I think to stay a little bit on track of everybody's time, let's call that for Q&A, unless there's particular areas. We've had a lot of 5G questions today. Are there any final thoughts, Rick or David, that you guys want to share about the business overall or 5G?
Thank you again. Thank you for everyone to participate in our summit. Again, I regret that we cannot see you physically for maybe even more lively and the interaction. I'm sure we will do that next year. And I want to stress how proud I am of our teams in making year 2020 so successful a year under such challenges. I cannot say enough of that. We will continue, and as I said, going forward, we are optimistic that we will continue growing in many markets, and trust me, we will find other markets we can and we will expand, and we will take advantage of the technology investments we have done up to now and turn them into great revenues and profits for our company, for our employees, and for our shareholders. And of course, at the end of the day, we want to make all those devices work for all of you, our customers and consumers. Thank you very much for your time.
Rick and David, thank you guys both very much, and thanks for not making me work too hard to get you both to show up at 10:30 at night and stay till 11:30 at night. We appreciate your time and insights into the company, and we'll let you guys go, and we'll move into our next section.
Thank you, Kevin.
Thank you guys. Have a good night. I know you're probably sticking around. So next up, we have Jerry Yu, who's our corporate senior VP of our Intelligent Devices Business Group. So Jerry's going to talk some about market trends in the intelligent devices business, and also has a little bit of news to talk about on our Chromebook side and Chromebook chips. So Jerry, welcome. We're happy to have you here. Thank you. I think we might be so getting Jerry set up. Oh, there we go. Hi, Jerry.
Hi, Kevin. Yeah, this is Jerry Yu. Yeah. So thank you for all the participate to work hard. Yeah, actually, right now in Taiwan is close to the midnight, so I apologize if I look like a sleepy, but I will try my best to keep my clear mind. Yeah, to finish my presentation. Yeah. So first, I think the COVID-19 pandemic really impact our life. So the first question come to our mind is this the new normal, or either is it just a transient? We all hope the vaccine launch as soon as possible, but I think people mindset and the learning from home has not been changed forever. Because people under this pandemic, people need to build up the infrastructure, and the company also needed to build up the infrastructure or mechanism. Even the school also needed to build up all the device through the working and the learning from home. So due to the new normal, forced the people to stay at home. I think as our CEO mentioned, MediaTek actually in the semiconductor is positioned at a quite unique market position, because our product line is quite diverse. So for the stay at home trigger the demand, I try to categorize into the following three product lines. The first one is the networking. No matter your home is connected to internet through the wireless or the wired infrastructure, I think you need networking like the Wi-Fi router at home with the quite high bandwidth and good enough full home coverage the signal Wi-Fi router. So MediaTek, I think the overall the TAM for the networking this year is triggered by the pandemic with around the 60% growth. And for MediaTek, thanks to our strong customer and the product portfolio. So actually this year, our networking, we have the YOY around the 46% growth. Beat the overall 10. So except the networking, I think everyone knows you stay at home, and the demand for the remote work and learning devices is necessary. I think from the Q2 this year, we already saw the quite tremendous demand, especially from the notebook and the Chromebook. So this year, we expected the overall notebook and the tablet with the 30% growth, YOY growth. And for MediaTek, thanks to our customer portfolio, we are the #1 market share in the Android-based tablet, and we also have the Chromebook, all for around 4 years. So this year, I think the COVID-19 triggered the strongly demand and strongly growth, for the Chromebook. I think the Chromebook is position is quite well. It's aiming to the education segmentation. So that's the reason why this year the Chromebook growth is outstanding comparing with the MacBook and the Windows notebook. And the third product line, I think people working and learning at home, you also need to have the entertainment at home. So MediaTek product line, we cover like the smart TV and the OTT box, and just like the game console, and even the smart fitness. I think all of these product lines is favored from the new normal. So for next, I will have a further introduction about these three product lines. Yeah. The first one is the networking. So MediaTek, I think this at the end of last year, we launched our first generation of Wi-Fi 6 routers to the market. Yeah. And this year, we saw the market have a quite strong growth, not only at the retail market, but also at the broadband operator market. So due to the COVID-19 pandemic, I think the people at home, you need a higher bandwidth and with the better signal coverage. So Wi-Fi 6, is also have quite strong growth. Yeah. So I think that this year, MediaTek, we already shipped over 10 million chips, for the Wi-Fi 6 router. Yeah. And in the 2021 next year, we still expected the Wi-Fi 6 have a quite strong growth. Yeah. So we expected that there is around 3 times revenue growth for the next year. So the Wi-Fi 6 will be a quite important growth engine for the MediaTek. And the next one is the device, for the working and the learning from home. I think especially for the Chromebook I mentioned this year, our Chromebook SoC is good, not only for working but also for learning. Yeah. So the ARM-based SoC design, I think we have the quite good low power consumption. So the battery with the long battery life. Yeah. And the second one, we also built in our MediaTek AI processor, and that makes the learning with more intelligent and more fun. The third one is at the same time our SoC also built in our advanced video processor to let the user have the better user experience at the streaming video and even playing the streaming game. So in order to catch up the strongly growth momentum from the Chromebook, I think today we will have the official press release, except our current 81, 83, it's at the entry segment for the Chromebook. And at the same time, we will launch our mainstream product, 8192. This SoC is adapted the 7 nanometer process node, and the CPU is the Cortex A76 with 4 big core and 4 Cortex A55. And at the same time, I think at the first half of next year, we will launch our flagship, our premium segmentation Chromebook solution. The model name is 8195, which is adopted the most advanced 6 nanometer advanced process. And at the same time, this chip is building the Cortex A78 inside. So with the full line, product line, we expected MediaTek will be the number one in the ARM-based Chromebook market. Yeah. So the last one, for the entertainment product line, I think maybe everyone knows MediaTek is number one in the smart TV SoC, and we also have number one in the OTT, set-top box. Yeah. Except this product line, today I especially to introduce our AIoT product portfolio. That's including the i300 and i350 and the i500. Yeah. So here is illustrated the many different kinds of applications, such as like the smart fitness. Yeah, I think this year the stay at home also trigger the smart fitness. Yeah, especially right now the Peloton in the US is the most popular smart fitness service provider, and which is their bikes is adopt our i500 SoC inside. Okay, so this is the last page. I want to make the summary for my presentation. Yeah. I think MediaTek is well positioned to grow in the new normal. I think the opportunity is only for the people who are prepared. Yeah. I think our product line covering the networking, especially for the Wi-Fi 6, and the remote working distance learning device, such as like the Chromebook and the tablet, and the third one, you stay at home, you need some home entertainment, including the smart TV, OTT box, and the game console, and the smart fitness. Yeah. So I think that's my presentation today to share our products and the market trend after the post pandemic. Thank you everyone.
Thanks, Jerry. Jerry's going to stick around too, and after we have the next presentation, he's going to answer questions as well. So if you have questions, feel free. I see some coming through in chat now. But Jerry, stick around. Jerry's got one of those big groups that are part of our business tentacles that we do a lot more than mobile around. So Chromebook, the AIoT, you have a lot going on. So thanks, Jerry.
Okay, thank you.
Next up, we know everybody has been talking about this already with Rick and David, but it's great to have JC here. He's going to talk more about our 5G smartphone market, and he'll share some 5G Dimensity chip news as well. JC Hsu is our corporate VP and GM of our wireless business group. So I'm sure a lot of you have heard from him and know him. JC, thank you too for being here tonight. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Kevin. Hello, everyone. For those who stay in Asia area, I hope you still keep awake. Now it's around midnight, 12 o'clock. It's really tough for me because I really feel sleepy, but still feel very exciting because this is a great event for us to update our business to you. Thank you, everyone. Again, this is a great opportunity for me to bring you some update about our 5G business and also some of our observation for the market. And also by this chance, I would like to introduce our new 5G products. For year 2020, I think everybody already mentioned, it's a year of change. And also a year of full of challenges. The year of change because the COVID-19 changed a lot of people's lifestyle. Work from home, stop traveling, and using the virtual, teleconference system to do the virtual, summit events. And also very challenging for all kinds of technology industry because the geographic, political conflicts that bring a lot of pressure in different industrial domains. In the meantime, for the mobile phone industrial, it's also impacted by all these kind of factors. By our investigation, in year 2020, this year, we estimate that the overall smartphone markets will drop around 10 to 12% from the overall quantity TAM. That means for around less than 1.2 billion smartphone chips. Compared to year 2019, it's around 10 to 12% drop by this kind of COVID-19 impact. However, we see the market is gradually recovered since the second half of this year, and we see that the market will recover back to similar level of quantity TAM, around above 1.3 billion quantity in 2021. And also in this year, we see a lot of progress in 5G as well. Sorry, please, the previous page. In 2020, actually, the 5G also a great year of fast ramping up. We already see a lot of progress compared to the last year, the first year of 5G commercialization. In this year, we take two major factors to see the market, how fast the market is growing. One is the commercial 5G operators deployment. The second factor is the commercial 5G smartphone shipments. In 2020, actually, we already see more than 120 operators already deploying the 5G network commercially in their region. And also in this year, we already see more than 200 million smartphones with 5G technology embedded, which is a great numbers compared to last year. It's a really fast growth compared to year 2019. And for next year, 2021, we expect the 5G operators deployment will be almost double, will be greater than 200 operators in the world will have their commercial deployment for 5G network. And for the smartphone shipment wise, the 5G smartphone shipment, we estimate it will be greater than 500 million units shipment in year 2021. That means that the momentum will continue a very strong growth compared to 2020. And for MediaTek, actually, we take a great opportunity to be the first wave of the 5G smartphone SoC vendor by our leading 5G technology. So that we already launched a great number of different kind of products in the market. We have developed a wide range of 5G smartphone solution portfolio, from the premium flagship smartphone solution to the high-end and mid-range the smartphone solution in year 2020. So that we already established a quite good position as a key smartphone SoC, 5G smartphone SoC vendor in this industry. And we work very closely with major OEMs to adopt our Dimensity 5G SoC solution and shipped worldwide, especially in 5G highly deployed area like North America. We already launched our Dimensity 1000 embedded phone by working together with LG, the Vivo phone, and served by the T-Mobile network. Also in Europe, you can see the Oppo Reno 4Z that's powered by our Dimensity 800 series. You can see that phone also in many countries in Europe area. And also we work very closely with many others brand name company like Oppo, Vivo, Huawei, Xiaomi, Samsung, LG, and many other companies. And this year, actually, we estimate we will ship more than 45 million smartphones that embedded our domestic 5G SoC solution, which is a great number, a significant number, and take a great market share in 2020's 5G industry. And in 2020, actually our footprint has been, covered many 5G developed area. We mentioned that in North America, United States, and Canada, and also European countries. And we see some other countries like China, also a very high-speed 5G deployed area, Middle East and Southeast Asia, and Australia. We have such a great global footprint that's contributed by our global 5G IoT team, which is a very high capability teams that work very closely with global operators in different regions. And they actually not only global operators collaborate with them, but also work very closely with the international infra vendors as well. And they develop and validate different kind of a new 5G technology. For example, like 5G SA and 5G NR carrier aggregation, and also like a voice over new radio, VONR. Those are really tough and new technology. Need to very closely work with the infra vendor and the global operators. By their effort, actually spread globally and to have a global test coverage with a very high quality. Even in the pandemic period of times, we still can deliver, and collaborate closely with more than 90 global operators, and to build the test coverage. This is really a great achievement in this year. For year 2021, next, we still look forward that the footprint will further extend to other regions of the world, which includes Japan, Korea in Asia, and also even some emerging markets, for example, like Russia, like India, South Africa, or South America. And we see that kind of deployment actually needs very closely collaborate with international brand of OEMs, smartphone OEMs. And actually MediaTek strongly supports the key OEMs to penetrate the 5G in the global markets. And also we continue to work with them and providing and bring our entire 5G portfolio solution to embed it into their smartphone and launch it in the different regions in the world. To satisfy the rising demands in 5G smartphone markets, we continue to develop the new chip in different segments. And today, really happy that I would like to introduce our newest 5G smartphone SoC solution. The name of the solution is Dimensity 700 series. Next page. Dimensity 700 is our newest MediaTek solution that addresses the mass market demand. Really bring the great 5G experiences into everyone's life and also everywhere in the world with more affordable smartphone price. For more details of the specification, Dimensity 700 actually adopt a TSMC 7nm semiconductor process node, which is good for performance and power efficiency. The CPU-wise, we will adopt the ARM's A76 big core, running at the speed of 2.2 gigahertz, and also with their ARM's multi GPU. very important thing is that we bring very advanced 5G technology into this product segment, which includes the 5G NRCA, carrier aggregation, to get a better throughput and the coverage. Also provide the NSN and SA solution configuration, which fulfill the requirement for the different regions operators. And we're bringing the 5G plus 5G dual SIM solution, which can satisfy the different kind of the wide variety of the user's 5G use scenario. And one more important thing is we actually embedded our MediaTek 5G Ultra Safe technology, which is a low power technology for 5G communication to address the end user concern on the 5G high power consumption and the lower day of use scenario. So this is really important to introduce the ultra safe, ultra power saving technology for 5G solution. For multimedia experiences wise, we provided a 64 megapixels camera experiences into this product segment, which originally actually just can enjoy that in high-end smartphone segment. And also we introduced the multi-frame rate noise reduction, which means that you can still enjoy a very good image quality even in a very low light environment. And also I'll introduce many AI functions for the camera taking, like AI bokeh, AI color, and AI beauty, with our depth engine app that you can enjoy a lot of different kinds of photography experiences using this product. And for different kind of video codec and display specification, we provide a high frame rate up to 90 Hertz refresh display rate, so that the end user can enjoy the very high scrolling and the game playing experiences. Last, as we provide multi-voice assistant support. This can let the end user enjoy the OK Google or Alexa help or other voice assistant cloud services very seamlessly and very efficiently. So here now we just introduced our Dimensity 700 product, but not just one. We still want to introduce you one more thing, which is our next premium platform, which we didn't have a name right now, but I would like to, by this chance, to disclose this good news to you. To continue our success of our premium platform early this year, which is the Dimensity 1000 series. Actually, by that product, we get a lot of good credits and feedback from the markets. We want to continue that success into the new premium platform by end of this year, which will adopt the latest TSMC 6 nanometer process node. It's a great process to provide a great performance and very efficient power consumption. Also, we will adopt the latest premium CPU from ARM, which is the A78. And it will run at the speed of 3.0 gigahertz to provide the best 5G experiences, to bring back the good experiences into the premium experience to the high-end consumer. So MediaTek commits to deliver more and more 5G solutions to the markets, and we would like to bring more 5G great experiences to everyone, everywhere, and to get the market growth together with our customers. That's the end of my presentation. Thank you very much.
Thanks, JC. Thanks for dropping in and showing us kind of where we're going with the Dimensity family, a little bit lower with the 700 and much higher with the teaser. So we're having JC and Jerry get seated. Maybe grab a drink of water, and we're going to go through a quick Q&A with Jerry and JC. So again, if you have other questions, we already had quite a few come through, whether in the chat or privately, but I am going to start with a question for JC. Let me get out of the picture here. So this is from Tarun Pathak from Counterpoint Research, and this is for JC. JC, he asked, what's MediaTek's strategy in emerging markets where 5G will take some time to kick off? So I don't know if you want to also identify maybe what we see as some of those emerging markets, but in general, how are we going to address emerging markets with 5G?
Okay, I think a similar question just asked to Rick, a few minutes ago. Actually, indeed, in some emerging area, actually still the 4G will sustain quite a long time. Especially the 5G deployment for them still take time. In that scenario, actually MediaTek still provide a full range of 4G solution portfolio. And we think that 4G still will sustain quite a long time. It will be a long-run products for many regions that still didn't have quite good 5G coverage. So in MediaTek, actually, we still have a full range of 4G portfolio to serve those markets, and we work very closely right now. Even seeing that in next year, the 4G still, have a very strong demands. Frankly speaking, a recent market research report, MediaTek smartphone overall shipments combined 4G and 5G and 3G, that we already, probably reached over 1/3 of the market. Which means that, by, 3 smartphones, probably one of them will be MediaTek's SoC powered inside. So that is a great and significant milestone for us. But yeah, I think overall, for those emerging markets, emerging countries, which 5G is still not fully deployed, I think 4G is still a great solution for them. And MediaTek still commit to serve and fully support our customers to bring the 4G solution, smartphone solution in those markets as well.
Thanks, JC. I think you also just answered another question that we had from Ben Wood from CSS Insight, which was asking about the 4G business and how that will remain and be affected. So I just wanted to acknowledge that Ben had asked that, and thanks for answering that one as well. So, Jerry, this question is for you, and it comes from my friend Basil Croncy, who decided to ask an easy question this time. He wants to know, when can we expect 5G in Chromebooks?
Oh, 5G and the Chromebooks, yeah. So, I think for MediaTek, we not only offer for the SoC of the Chromebook, but also we have the 5G data card, and we also have the Wi-Fi in the Chromebook, and at the same time we also have the PMIC in the Chromebook. Yeah. So the overall MediaTek strategy is we want to have this cross-platform, all the key components, in the Chromebook. Yeah. So for 5G, we think the mobile phone is for sure is the first product landing for the 5G. And the next one, we think the 5G notebook, including the 5G Chromebook, will become more and more popular. Yeah, so the rank up, I think it will be soon to rank up, in the 5G Chromebook.
Thanks, Jerry. This is another question for JC. JC, this is kind of a combo question as well. It comes from several folks. One's Jim McGregor at Sirius, and they want to know if you can speak a little bit to the AI functionality in our 5G SoCs and a little bit about our APU in the new chipset.
Okay, I think right now AI has widely adopted in our smartphone solution, especially in the 5G. We actually enhanced, much improved the AI computing capability because the wide variety of application will be adopting AI algorithm to enhance all those kind of user experiences. The majority of the AI application, I think, will be in multimedia application, especially in the camera photography or video taking. For example, in very low light environments, using AI to do some noise reduction, or maybe AI beautify functions. Or in video taking, right now, a lot of great experiences will need to use high dynamic range video taking, but with AI, for noise reduction or better kind of high dynamic range processing. Those are the key application domain that I see in the smartphone AI application domain. Also, the other thing is for display, because smartphone has a display that's, for many cases, people want to enjoy is a better resolution or higher frame rates, or maybe in motion, picture or motion video. In that case, probably need a technology we call the MEMC or super resolution. By using AI algorithm, actually can greatly enhance those experiences, so that end user can experience even a standard resolution video, but by using AI functionality, actually can enhance into a higher resolution video stream, which greatly enhance the people's video watching experiences. In the future, I think the AI will be widely adopted in other domains, not only multimedia, but probably some other like connectivity or gaming or some other applications as well.
Great. JC, I'm going to follow up with another 5G question based on the Dimensity 700. So this is Hadley Simmons from Android Authority. He's asking what kind of price point should we expect with devices with the Dimensity 700, and when can we expect the first commercial device with the Dimensity 700?
Okay, this is a great question. Actually, I forgot to announce that our Dimensity 700 powered device smartphone, I think, will be launched to the markets early next Q1. In year 2021 Q1, we will see our Dimensity 700 powered smartphone launched to the market, and a lot of numbers of OEM vendor will using our Dimensity 700 series to launch their products as a price range around maybe $250 and below. In Chinese, probably in Chinese region, probably will be below 1,500 renminbi range, which is an important segment for many users, many end customer can afford to buy the 5G phone. So we think that Dimensity 700 will be widespread in the market very soon.
Thanks, JC. So this one I think is mainly for Jerry, but JC, you might have an opinion on this as well. This is Gabrielle Chavez. She asked, besides smartphones, what will be the main 5G focus for MediaTek? I think Jerry,
yeah, probably I can answer that question.
Yeah.
go for it.
Yeah. Yeah, we call the beyond phone business actually right now in MediaTek. Actually, we focus on three areas for 5G application, different beyond phone domain. First one is for connected PC. We call the data card. Right now, I think we already announced that we have a strategic partnership with Intel, and we're gonna have our 5G data card shipped in early next year. That actually addressed the connected PC requirements, and also for many enterprise PC that requires always connected functionality. The second area that we address is CPE, which is kind of a connected broadband business that provided by operator basically. In the past, without wireless broadband, and operator actually had to use wired broadband with a lot of effort to build the wired networking. However, with 5G brings the very high throughput and bandwidth that can provide the really wireless broadband experiences into every every home in different regions. So we estimate that the 5G CPE and to certain extent 5G with mobile CPE, we call the MiFi, will be very big markets in the following years. The third area is quite wide. In general, we call this a general IoT module based on the 5G end-to-end solution, machine-to-machine solution. We actually work very closely with several end-to-end module makers, provided that the general purpose the IoT module solution that can serve a different vertical industry for many application domains like automotive, industrial applications, smart grids, ports, etc. Yeah, and that also included automotive. Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks, JC. So yeah, we have a lot going on in 5G outside of smartphones, and I think that's the ones you mentioned include our T700 and T750 chips on the PC side and the CPE side as well. So yeah, there's more to come outside of smartphones. Jerry, this is kind of a double question around Chromebook. This is from Francisco Geronimo from IDC. They want to know how you see adoption of Chromebooks beyond education, and how low do you think Chromebook pricing can go, or will it go low?
Yeah, I think Chromebook is originally the market positioning is aiming to the education first, because everyone knows that Chromebook for me it's a cloud-based laptop, because most of the application is running at the cloud. So at the edge side, the memory, the storage is the storage becomes smaller, and most of the data you can store at the cloud side. Yeah, so it's a good design, especially for thin and for the low power consumption. Yeah, so I think the market positioning for the Chromebook is quite success. Yeah, so I think except the education market, the Chromebook is ready to expand to the retail and the commercial. Yeah, I think because except the low power consumption, right now the Chromebook can play all the application in the Android ecosystem. Yeah. So we know right now for the Android mobile phone, there are a lot of the applications on the Google store. So all of these applications can be running at the Chromebook. So that means the people who are familiar with the Android phone all of these applications can be seamless, used in the Chromebook. Yeah, so I think it's a right time expand the Chromebook to the commercial and the retail market.
Got it. I'm gonna follow up with one short question, Jerry, on that, and then I've got another for JC. So Daniel Bader at Android Central, Jerry asks, what can MediaTek offer in an ARM-based Chromebook that competitors like Qualcomm can't? So what are the advantages of our ARM-based Chromebook?
Comparing with our competitor, I mentioned except the ARM-based SoC, we also built in our strong AI processor. Yeah, so we can have more innovation, especially at the voice AI and the video AI applications. Yeah. And the third one is our quite strong multimedia accelerators. So at our flagship Chromebook solution, MT8195, actually we also built in the AV1 and the Dolby video, to bring the end user have better user experience. Yeah. And besides that, I mentioned MediaTek in the Chromebook. We have SoC, we have Wi-Fi, PMIC, and the 5G data card. So we hope use this product portfolio, we can optimize the system performance, especially for the low latency design for the whole system optimization. Yeah. We hope our solution can bring the end user have the better user experience, especially like watch the video or play the streaming gaming.
Great answer. That was very comprehensive. Thanks, Jerry. So let's close with one more for JC. And JC, this is from Sam Pullen. He's a freelancer. Where does MediaTek see the next leap for smartphones? Is it more power or better power efficiency?
I think for the next leap for mobiles, we'll need both performance and better power efficiency. No compromise for each of them. Of course, we know this is a very challenging, and for better performance and also together with better power consumption, it's really needs a technology breakthrough in twofold. In the past years, we already know that the Moore's law, actually semiconductor advanced process nodes, bring the higher performance with a lower power consumption. That probably will run through kind of a saturation from now to the year, beyond this year. The next few years probably will go into kind of a slowing down the Moore's law. However, I think technology company like us, we have to break through that, overall system architectures, kind of innovation. Make sure that without, the great help from the Moore's law, we have to figure out some way to break through the system architecture to make sure that the great performance still can come with the low power. That's we are striving for and try to make the next leap jump of the mobile industry.
Great insight. Thanks, JC. Thanks, Jerry. Is there anything either of you wanted to add or reiterate before we wrap up with the Q&A session from these two groups? I think we're
I
good.
want to make a earlier. I want to make a summary. I mentioned opportunities only for those who are well prepared. Yeah. So I think MediaTek, we are well prepared in the new technology and the product. Yeah, to catch up the opportunity. Yeah.
Great. Jared, JP, thanks again for your time. It's I know you guys have been hanging around, staying up late, but thank you again. And if we have other questions for you, we'll come back with those. For everybody else, we can let you guys go, JP and Jerry. We're going to take a quick break right now, and we really mean it. 5 minutes. We're going to be back in 5 minutes, and then we'll wrap up with our two last live segments, an update on the Americas and what we're also doing in Europe. So leave your computers on, grab something else to drink, do what you need to do, but we'll be back in 5 minutes and wrap up with our last segment.